So I'm going to demonstrate how to post to a discussion board forum. Now there are two ways that you can access the discussion board forum. The first is by going over to the menu on the left-hand side and clicking on the discussions link. This will take you to the general discussion board page, which will list all of the different forums, also basically all the different assignments over the course of this semester regarding discussion board. And then you would have to find the discussion board assignment you're looking for and click on the link here. The other way of doing this is to access the discussion board from within the learning module in which it is assigned. So if we are in week 1, learning module 1, we can go to where the discussion board assignment is outlined by using the navigational menu on the left-hand side. And this will pull up the instructions as well as a direct link to the discussion board forum. Now for all of the discussion board assignments, you will have to post your response first before you can view what other students have written. So you'll see this message here when you first come in, and you simply click on Create Thread. This will pull up the same instructions so you can reference it while you're completing your post. And in this case, you would come down here and put in an appropriate subject, which could simply be your name. So it lets us know who you are. And then you would click down here in the message box. And you would go ahead and answer this question. So, hello, my name is Kara, and so on. And you would answer all parts of the question. If you want to have some additional features present, you just click on this button right here, and it will pull up some more of this menu here. You may want to type your response to each discussion board in a Word document and save it on your computer, just in case something goes wrong and you lose your post. It would be a shame to have to recreate it if it's lost for some reason. After you've finished your message, you scroll down to the bottom, and you can either save your draft and come back and revisit it later, but to actually submit the assignment, you have to click on the Submit button. After you've done this, you'll be able to see other students who have already posted their discussion board. So if you want to read what another student has written, you simply go under Thread and click on the subject of that thread, which in this case is my name. And if you want to reply to someone, you simply find this little button here that says Reply, and it pulls up a message box where you can type your reply. So I would type my response there, and then again I can save the draft or I can submit it. I'll go ahead and submit it. And then you'll see the original post and then the response post. Now to leave this screen, you go down to the bottom and there's a little OK button that you click on. This will take you back to the general discussion board forum page, and again you can see the title up here at the top of the screen. Now a great feature here is the subscribe button. So you go ahead and say I posted my original post, and now I want to be alerted if anyone responds to it, right? Because they may have a question for me and I can further the conversation if I'm aware that someone has responded to me. So I go over on the left here and I click this little box, and then I click on Thread Actions and go down to Subscribe, Unsubscribe. And I'm now subscribed to this thread, which means anytime someone posts in it, I will receive a notification, right? And so you'll want to do this every time you make your original post, because you want to know if someone has responded to you. And in some cases, as the instructor, I might respond to you, and you'll need to follow up on that. Also, if you reply to another student's post, you may want to subscribe to their thread so that if they respond to you or someone else joins the conversation, you'll be notified. And then you can check to see whether you're subscribed or not by clicking on the little drop-down button next to the name of the thread And right now I'm subscribed because I only have the option to unsubscribe. So if I want to do that, I can easily go ahead and do that. And then I can just as easily go and subscribe again. So this might actually be an easier place to subscribe and unsubscribe than clicking on the button over here. Please make sure that you are answering the question thoroughly and that you are writing clearly with correct grammar and punctuation. I'd like to draw your attention to the grading rubric that will be used for every discussion board post. So if we click on week 1 and then we go to learning module 1, you'll see that there's a discussion board grading rubric, and there's a link to it right here. So this rubric will be used to assess all the discussion board assignments. You can go ahead and click on it right here, and it will pull up or download the assignment for you. Rather, the rubric for you. So you can see how each item is weighted, the mechanics of posting, the coverage and analysis or argument, connection of content and other ideas and concepts, right? So you're expected to go beyond just what is being covered in the course to make connections to other ideas and concepts, perhaps from other courses or from your professional or personal lives. And then this last section down here, participation in the discussion, is basically, are you responding to people, and are those response posts demonstrating a thorough analysis and a reasoned response, introducing an alternative perspective. It's not enough to just read someone's post and write back, I agree with you 100%, right? That does not fulfill the criteria. So this will be used to grade all of your discussion board posts. And so I recommend maybe printing out a copy of this so that you can view it as you are completing all of your discussion board assignments. Please note that each discussion board assignment will be graded out of 20 points, but your final grade is the average of all of your discussion board assignment grades. Now, if you have any general questions about discussion board or the assignments, you can use this link over here, Q&A forum, which is also provided in the general discussions forum. So if you have some general questions, please go ahead and use this forum to ask those questions, and then I can respond to you, or other students can respond to you, with the benefit of everyone else being able to view your responses. Okay, that covers the tutorial for how to post to discussion board.